Welcome back to another episode of Rock Boys Football. The Clemson Tigers continue to build a strong class in 2024. We just got done talking Adam Kissay yesterday, a three-star edge committed to Clemson. Now we're talking about a three-star safety in Ashton Hampton from the state of Florida committing to the Clemson Tigers. And after watching the film, another really intriguing prospect. And I'll say this, following this Clemson class in 2024 as close as we have, massive fan of what the Clemson Tigers are doing in the secondary, specifically that safety position. We'll talk about how that's rounding out. We'll get into the film of Ashton Hampton. Before we do, though, just want to say thank you to you guys and especially the Clemson fans. We've tried to cover as many of these commitments as possible for you guys. And the amount of support you guys have shown the boys has been absolutely awesome. So if you do enjoy the updates, you enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel. Again, can't thank you guys enough for rocking with the fellas as you guys have. And let's get into Ashton Hampton, two-sport athlete, plays hoops as well, 6'2", 190 pounds, also a two-way player on the football field, right? Plays wide receiver, plays a lot of cornerback, plays a lot of safety. You're getting a guy who I think is a really versatile dude, and that's probably where you start. I think he's going to play safety at the next level, but having a kid like Ashton Hampton who has so much experience playing man coverage at that cornerback spot, I think you like a lot. And you love the frame, 6'2", 190. And getting into the film, like that's the first thing that kind of jumps out is this dude is physical. And that's what you want in a safety, a guy that is not afraid to come up in the box and make a tackle. And that's exactly what Ashton Hampton brings to the Clemson Tigers, right? He's playing boundary cornerback right here. You're going to see a little swing pass outside, going to beat a block and just be really physical at the point of attack. Is a guy that likes to get downhill. And then another thing that, I mean, if you guys have been rocking with us for a while, when I talk prospects, I love guys, especially at that secondary position, that play both ways. Because a lot of times when you just get a cornerback or safety who only plays on the defense side of the ball, you see those ball skills maybe struggle a little bit. Ashton Hampton, as a basketball player as well, when that football's in the air, he is very, very comfortable going up and making plays. You're going to see him make plays at the wide receiver spot too. Again, just a physical frame, runs through tackles, hard to bring down, does have that long speed as well to hit the big play. Yeah, you're going to see him play on the defensive side of the ball, but you see his ability to play the football. And this is probably a perfect example of when that football's in the air, you see a lot of cornerbacks or safeties or guys in the secondary kind of panic a little bit. Ashton Hampton gets his head turned around and plays the football. That's exactly what you want to see. And having that experience playing basketball, playing wide receiver, you see him really comfortable when that football's in the air, addressing it. And again, it gets it done on the offensive side of the ball too. The thing I probably like the most is just the overall athlete he is. Like, he has a phenomenal frame. He's a very good mover. I think that translates to the next level. And maybe that's why you see a little less of a ranking, because he hasn't really picked a position yet. Kind of translates to that safety spot the best. Here you go again. Just go find the ball. Quarterback throws across his body. He goes out, makes a play on the football. So much to like. And then you see the ball skills again. Like, he's a basketball player. They know it. He knows it. Goes up and makes a play at the highest point. Again, something that is rare at this college football level, but finding guys in the secondary that have those ball skills, absolutely massive. Now I want to talk about what this class is looking like for Clemson in general. This is their 16th commitment, so you're seeing Dabo Swinney slowly build this class out. It seems like they'll land a top 10 class in 2024, highlighted by guys like Sammy Brown and Brian Wesco, 2 5-stars according to 24/7 Sports. I want to talk a little bit more about the back end, the safety position, especially Ricardo Jones from the state of Georgia. We broke him down a couple weeks ago and he committed. Another guy that I absolutely love. I believe he had 7 interceptions in like 6 games as a junior. Like, talk about a guy who knows where to be, has those instincts. Ricardo Jones is that dude. Noah Dixon, another kind of physical, more physical safety, 6'2", another good frame. Now you add Ashton Hampton, 6'2", 190 pounds. You're taking a look at Ricardo Jones, Noah Dixon, and Ashton Hampton at that safety spot. Really good frames. I think largely high upside. And you talk about just the size that Clemson is bringing in. You have Darian Mayo, who's 6'7", then you scroll all the way down to Adam Kissay, who's 6'7.5", prioritizing length at a multitude of different positions. this Clemson class is coming together, and it's kind of filled with, you have some of those complete prospects, right? Sammy Brown, like that dude is just a bona fide stud. You know he's going to play and translate to the next level. And then Clemson filling out their class with guys like Ashton Hampton or a guy like Adam Kisse, who might be a little bit more of raw prospects that have big upside, right? Just good athletes, get them into the program, coach them up, and see what they are in 2 to 3 years. We talk about this a lot. Clemson is built on development. They do a phenomenal job keeping those guys in the program. They've obviously, Dabo Swinney, arguably one of the best cultures in college football within that Clemson program. They get these guys in early. They have them trust the process, and they develop these guys. So you get a guy like Adam Kisse in there, give him 2 years to develop that body, coach him up on the football field. Year 3, year 4, year 5, like these guys are contributors for Clemson at that. And that's kind of been the recipe for the Clemson Tigers. Now, I do want to talk about, excuse me, what is going to round out this class, because Clemson still not done, still cooking. And I want to talk about Corian Gibson, a player from Texas, and Clemson's done a really good job getting outside that state, going recruiting Florida, recruiting Georgia, recruiting the state of Texas extremely well. Corian Gibson trending to Clemson, another guy in that secondary, one of the better cornerbacks in the class. You see the 24/7 composite ranking, top 100 player nationally, 7th best cornerback in the class. He's committing on July 22nd, also trending to Clemson. You talk about Clemson and what that secondary room is starting to look like, a plethora of really, really talented safeties. You land a guy like Corian Gibson, that kind of rounds it out. You have a really good linebacker in Sammy Brown, some really intriguing guys on the defensive line. This is starting to become a very complete class for Clemson. And again, it might be only 21, 22 kids, but Dabo Swinney identifying those top targets and going out and getting them and just putting together another class. I said this when we talked to Adam Kisse, hand up, I was wrong. I kind of had this narrative that college football may be passing Dabo Swinney by. He's not adjusting to the times. I was wrong. He's crushing it on the recruiting trail. This team looks poised to have a phenomenal game on the field in 2023, and wanted to hop on and talk about another commitment in Ashton Hampton. Two-way guy, very, very athletic, checks the box with the physical frame that he brings to the table. Another good get for the Clemson Tigers and Dabo Swinney. Again, appreciate you guys rocking with the boys. Try to update you guys as much as I can on these Clemson commitments, and you guys have been awesome with the support. So if you do enjoy it, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate y'all, and we'll talk to y'all later. Peace.